Welcome to Everything Currency. This is the show where we talk about everything crypto and more. Today I'm with my co-host Stacy Serrano, and we are going to go in on what's going on with this market today. We're having a pretty interesting time across the market right now. We're going to talk to you guys about some meme coins, NFTs, altcoins, everything that we have. Really, what we're going to try to do for you today is to talk to you guys about some bullish projects because there's not a lot happening right now in the market cycle. These meme coins are going crazy. I feel like it's coming to a very much needed halt or slowdown or wake up call. Really sure how to place it right now, but the
Yeah.
meme coin market is giving us giving us a chance to get the hell out of it.
Yeah. And you know what, Jay? Like, I honestly, it's funny because remember when I first started this with you, I was like, meme coins all the way. Yeah, meme coins.
You
Oh,
matured a lot. You matured a lot in 3 weeks. Like,
and then over time, I was like, meme coin. Like I'm starting to actually hate you. You know what's crazy? Like I don't hate meme coins itself. I just hate the people who are launching the meme coins. I hate the market. I hate the way people are going about it. And it they're dying right now. They're dying. People are losing money left and right. Like I'm let's talk about let's
let's
talk
talk
about
about it. So let me show this stat that I saw this morning, which I thought was very
that.
very interesting. It
Okay.
was 164 coins graduated off of Pump Fund yesterday. You know
Wow.
how many dropped? You know how many dropped? 26,000.
Wow.
So only 26 semi-successful out of those 100 and out of those 164. I wonder how many are actually like still above 90K market cap right now. I guarantee you a lot of them have probably like just bonded and then died. But isn't that crazy? Isn't that telling? Like 26,000 new coins dropped and now they're bonding. And for those who don't know, Pump Fund is starting to feel it. Pump Fund is starting to feel it. There's some news that Pump Fund is dropping their own decks. They're trying to compete with Jupiter and Phantom.
Oh.
Yeah, they need help.
Focusing on the wrong things. I've mentioned this before. They just need to verify people who are making these coins. They need to make it a little bit harder for people to launch coins. And like
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
yeah, I mentioned before, like it's fine to launch coins. The underdog needs help. Like you don't need thousands of dollars to launch a coin anymore, but at least have some kind of verification before people are able to launch a coin. And again, also comes back to the naming that I've mentioned before. If somebody names a coin broccoli, then nobody else can name a coin broccoli.
Yeah,
And unfortunately, like they're worried about trying to become Phantom and Jupiter instead of just making their platform better.
yeah. It's like your entire platform is about to go under right now because people are not gonna want to trade Pump Fund coins right now. And
Right,
Pump Fund was, a couple months ago, Pump Fund was like, yo, if it's not a Pump Fund coin, then I don't want to trade it.
right.
Because like the Pump Fund had that little protection in it, and people could like do less rug pulls.
Yeah.
But now it's like, people are kind of getting used to it. They found ways to rug pull Pump Fund tokens. And yeah, up here on the street on the screen, I just got the the numbers up there for anybody who didn't really believe me in the last 24 hours. 26,059 tokens launched, 164 graduated, an average bond time of about an hour and a half,
Wow.
with tokens generating 2.3 million uh, to the party.
Wow.
So this is going to be somewhere Pump Fund right now. Look at, I don't know what they're going to try to innovate on. They're going to try to come up with something new, something to get everybody excited again because they're going to start losing money. And what's interesting about this that's going to make meme coins a little bit more of something like, I don't like it, is now you're going to have, since Pump Fund is competing with Phantom, Phantom is going to start competing with Pump Fund and launching their own like Pump Fund service.
No. And listen, if Phantom does, please Phantom, do it correctly. Do it in a way where people don't are not just launching coins left and right and like it shouldn't be like this. The fact that there's thousands and thousands of coins being launched every minute, and only how many did you say? Only like 20 survived?
It was 190. Let me look at it again.
A hundred
164.
164 coins are the only ones who launch out of the thousands coins that were being
Yeah,
launched every
out of
second.
26,000.
That's insane, guys. That's insane. Like, is this insanely like the market that we want to live in? Because personally don't want. I want meme coins to last. I want meme coins to actually be, something where we have fun trading. But now it's just turning into a complete, oh my, I don't even know the word for it. It's just
Yeah.
turning to hell.
Yeah, I think it's because all of the altcoin traders were like, "Yo, before these meme coins, you guys understand? Before meme coins came, this is what we had. We had actual projects who were also having volatility, who actually had some type of backing behind them. A lot of people bought the wrong projects. They bought vaporware or they bought some scams, and then they said, "Oh, altcoins suck," but it's like literally, the best altcoins are like still around right now. So
Right.
it's pretty interesting, but. I had a very interesting morning, this morning, talking to some people around this market, helping out some folks, and I could feel the negative sentiment happening. The money being lost or the investments going down. And we're not the only ones, guys. We're not the only ones. I just want to remind you guys that like other stocks are also down, hella crazy. So
As you guys
let's see.
see again, everything down here is red.
Yeah, everything down here is red except Meta. Shout out to Facebook. What's going on over there?
I mean, I feel like, Facebook is always going to be up because, Facebook is used by many businesses to do advertisement and all kinds of stuff. Facebook is not dead. I don't think Facebook is going to be dead anytime soon.
Yeah, for sure. Carmine said, shout out to Carmine for being here every single day. PF, Pump Fun is the casino. The tokens are the slot machine. Hard to choose the right one. Then they said, or the meme coins are the slot machines. I don't know. What I can say is it's more gambling than regular trading.
Right,
And it's definitely more gambling than like investing.
right,
So if you're invested in some tokens right now and they're going down, just that's an investment. Just hold them, man. It's gonna do that wavy little thing. So now next time you gotta sell the top of that wave. Right now you're at the bottom of that wave. There's not really a point to touch it right now because we're gonna start heading back up. This is my opinion. This is not financial advice. Like, don't try to come sue me if you lose more money. But that's just where we are now.
right.
Problem with the meme coins now, people trying to survive in this space.
Man, and people are getting desperate. They are really getting desperate. And honestly, like let's really talk about what happened last night because me and Jay were involved into something last night. Not involved, but we witnessed
We
something.
witnessed we witnessed the peak, the core, the blow off top
We
in the
witnessed
meme coin space. Like,
we really witnessed meme coins actually dying in front of our eyes. So, I was in this space, and I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna say the names. Because I'm not gonna blast people right now.
I'll
Um,
tell you on the Telegram group.
okay,
Jump in the. I'm gonna tag them just so you guys know who to avoid. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna do it here publicly because I don't know why not, but I'll do it in the Telegram group.
maybe
Just so.
one day we'll have him on the show. We'll see.
Oh, he's gonna come on the show. That's why we're not gonna do it. I'm gonna ask him all the tough. Just get him on the show. Come on, come on. Actually, first, you know what? Tell people what happened yesterday, and then we'll ask the audience if we should get this guy on the show.
Okay,
I got some
so
questions.
basically, I was in a space and I didn't think anything of it. Well, actually, that's not true. I always see these spaces and I'm just kind of like, I don't know, like this is like great marketing. Okay, so this guy was pretty much got a space together to launch a meme coin, and he was trying to get as many people as he possibly could, as many people in the space. He kept on like anticipating people, like, oh, we're about to launch, make sure you guys get ready, everybody get, there he was just hyping everybody up. He was his marketing skills, I will say, are top. notch. Like he was going crazy in the space, like he was yelling, he was going wild. And
Charisma, enthusiastic, everything.
right, right. And I'm listening to this and I'm just like, this sounds like he's ready about to rug pulls.
Yeah, it sounds like a rug. I was listening to it. What was funny is I was listening to this guy talk, and he sounds so bullish. Now the part where I started to get red flags, where he's like, "We're gonna make so much money." If listen, guys, if you hear a developer say you're gonna make so much money, probably just run the opposite way. For one, that's illegal. You're actually not allowed by law to say that your investment is going to make a shit ton of money. You're not supposed to. And secondly, um, they're going to make a shit ton of money. And I actually saw how much this guy made, and he didn't even make a lot of money. So it was like ridiculous.
Right, right. So basically, he's hyping up the whole spaces, hundreds of people are coming in. Everybody is getting hype. Everybody is, interacting, retweeting the space, all that stuff. And then I send it to Jay and I'm like, hey, come listen to this. Because I'm like, there's no way. And so he comes listen, and we're just kind of talking in the back end, and we're like laughing because we're like, this guy's insane. Like, oh my God, what's going on? And so he finally launches the CA after like, I think like an hour and a half of just going crazy in the spaces. He launches the CA, and people go in the CA. And here's the funny part.
I'll bring it up for you guys. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. While you're talking, I'm going to bring up the chart so you can go ahead.
As soon as I saw the CA and the actual project, I was like, oh yeah, this guy is ready to just take everyone's money in here right now. Like he's just so ready to take everyone's money. So, I was just laughing with Jay and everybody. I was just like, oh my God, this is so funny. And what gave it away is the liquidity. The
Mm-hmm.
liquidity was like at $100 or something like that. It was like something insane. And then it was like a $9. I don't even know. But like it was absolutely insane. And for anybody who obviously is new to crypto and doesn't know any better and doesn't teach themselves about liquidity or anything and just
Mm-hmm.
go and ape it into a coin like that. I'm so sorry, but this is why we talk about every single day why you need to be aware about everything that comes with
Everything.
the chart.
All the little small stuff that sounds boring. We say liquidity in almost every stream. And look
Yes,
at this guy just
it's
like pulled
so
liquidity.
important. It's so important. And when I saw this, me and Jay were dying laughing in our chat. We were like, oh my God, this fucking guy. And what's even crazier, he kept the space going even
Oh,
after he rugged people. And
yeah.
on top of that, he was like, all right, let's run another one. Let's go.
That was the part that was wild to me. So it was like this guy dropped this token right here, right? It was probably at like what 40K market cap when he dropped it. I don't know. I didn't even see it when he dropped it. By the time I pulled up the contract, it was already exploding. So keep in mind, there's 200 people in this group waiting to buy this coin. Everybody's like gonna ape because of this guy. And let me show you. He sent it. Let me go to like the hourly. You can't even see it because it's so bad.
What is the liquidity at right now?
The liquidity is literally like at $19. I
Oh,
never seen it that low. I never
that's
seen it that low. But right away, as soon as he drops the contract, you kind of notice some things about it that were already kind of weird, right?
yeah.
The token was launched by some random team. You see the numbers up here is like GQS. And then what was crazy was he literally just did an old fashioned rug pull. Um, and what was crazy about that is, I'll say this. I just noticed something. I just noticed something that caught me off guard. But he
Okay.
did an old fashioned rug pull and just pulled liquidity from everybody as they were buying. So
Right.
what was happening was people started buying maybe $100 worth because remember liquidity dropped to like $9 when he pulled it, and people bought maybe $90 worth after that, and then it just kept going down. And what was crazy was before the launch, the guy's like, "Yo, we're gonna go to $1 million. You guys ready? You guys get ready." And after the
Well,
token
let me emphasize real quick. He said $1 million minimum.
minimum,
Minimum. Oh my God.
so
This coin didn't even reach close to a million, guys. It
I'm
only
looking
went up
at
to like
this.
what, 100K or something like that?
Yeah, it went to 100K right here. It literally actually it only went to 81K. which is
Oh,
crazy. So it went to 81K, and then after it dumped, it was over, and the guy gets on the stream and he's like, "Did you guys make money? Did you guys make money? I know you guys made money." And I was like, "Yo," and then he's like, "We're gonna run it back." There's another guy, and I'm looking at the audience because that's what I'm paying attention to, and people
mhm.
are clapping, people are excited, people are, "Let's run it back, let's run it back." But like that's like the disease that's happening right now. Like that's
Yeah,
the addiction, because it's like I would be thinking, "Hey, even though it rugged, if I made money, let's run it back. I made money, right?" But I go on this thing, and it's blockchain, so we get to be nosy. You can look at the traders, and you can see who really made money, and you can see that the main guy made 4,300. After that, one guy made $700, or he made $500 because he put like 300 in, and then after that, people didn't really make that much money. I mean, I think the average that people made was probably like $60, and then it just goes
I
to
don't even know who made money on that because
yeah,
he
nobody made money on it. Pretty
so
much, this guy got the whole liquidity pool,
oh
the
my
first guy.
gosh. God, guys, this is please, I'm begging you, please do your research. Please learn about everything in a chart. Like, it's so important because
And find
I'm
influencers who like have a soul, because like literally, it's like there are multiple influencers around this market that I would just say like stay away from. Like they're serial ruggers. And the
yeah,
problem with the serial ruggers is like maybe 20 people actually make a lot of money while playing with those guys. So you have the serial rugger, and you got like his 20 little cronies running behind him saying, "Oh, this guy's great. This guy's da, da, da. I caught a you guys are calling him a scammer. I caught a 50x on this guy." And it creates this like weird stage of the market that we're in right now. But also, the other day, you remember when we were trying to trade meme coins? We started looking at the chart, and I was like, no way. I'm not trying to lose money today.
right,
Nobody else is doing that. Everyone's like, "Yo, I want to make money," but the underlying asset is going down. It's like,
guys. It's going downhill from here, honestly. And
so
my
what do we do? Like, where do we go? Where are we headed? Where do you think, altcoins, NFTs,
altcoins,
RWAs?
like honestly, like long-term projects, go start looking at projects that have been around for a minute that are sitting at a good market cap. Like if you're gonna trade meme coins, like go look at projects that actually have some kind of depth to them,
Let me
that
take a look
don't last like not even like a minute. Like these are all things you need to look forward to right now. And it's funny because today I was in one of my groups, and the guys were like, "Oh, Stacy, launch a coin and send a CA and this and that." And I'm just like, "You guys really think that I'm going to launch a CA right now in this market? Like you guys are crazy." I'm like, "If I'm going to send you anything, it's going to be NFTs." And I'm gonna keep mentioning NFTs over and over and over. And for anybody who's just kind of like, oh my god, I don't know why you keep mentioning NFTs. I'm like, guys, because right now these are the only things that have some kind of depth to them, and that I know for sure you can make some money in this market right now. So definitely, that's why I keep saying, go look elsewhere. Go look at your old coins. Go look at your NFTs. Go look at long-term projects that have been around for a minute and that actually are a good market cap. Like those coins that are like $1 million market cap still to this day, and they've been launched like 3 months ago. Like
Yeah,
really good coins, guys. That's how hard it is to keep that in this market. That's incredible. So go find coins that have been around for a minute and like go invest into those coins. Send those coins to 20, 40, 50 million, because at least I know those coins are not going to rug. At least I know those coins have some kind of depth to it, and you can actually make some money, even if it's just $20. Like guys, right now, $20 in this
it's hard to come by $20 right now. If
20
you
bucks,
got $20, hold on to it.
right? Everybody's hurting, and that's fine. But find other ways, guys. Please, I'm begging you. Like, stop hurting
There's
yourself.
blood in the streets, right? There's blood in the streets. What the famous quote is, when there's blood in the streets, that's when you buy, right? Buy when there's blood in the streets. Buy when everybody else is bleeding. Um, that's the main time to buy. And that's why, like, when everyone's happy, when you look around the market and everyone's making money, like, if you scroll through the timeline, which I do encourage you. I know a lot of people are on YouTube, a lot of people are on TikTok, and they stray away from where most of crypto is, which is Twitter and Discord. But take a look at those Twitter and also Telegram, Twitter, Discord, Telegram. Telegram is where you get like pinpointed views on what people feel about the project, because you can go into the group and see the enthusiasts, see if the people who are like always bearish on just the technology are having a hard time. Are the people who are or I mean the people who are always bullish, right? Like if somebody's always bullish on a token, all of a sudden they're like, this sucks. What's going on? That's when you want to buy. I know it sounds counterintuitive and it sounds hard, but that's when you want to buy. So that way you can sell at the top, and you can buy at times like this right now. And
Yes.
a lot of people are going to be hollering, "We're going straight down. We're headed towards a bear market." I just want to pull up a tweet by this random dude right here. By Mike Alfred. My bad. I don't know if he's random, but I just like what he said. He said inflation is crashing, QE is ending, the dollar is tanking, long-term yields are falling, global M2 is breaking out of all-time highs. The US government wants to buy as much Bitcoin as they can, and Bitcoin is still trading around 82K. Explain to me why I should be bearish. And when you go through the comments, pretty much everyone says, "Look at the fucking price," right? That's why you should be bearish. Look at the price, and the price is going to tell you to be bearish. But you never look at the price in order to tell you what to do. You look at where you think it's going to be in the next up and coming months or something like that. But he gave like crazy, crazy, crazy reasons on why like the Bitcoin market is still kind of bearish right now, um, in general. So I think it's pretty interesting that people are getting so bearish just because meme coins are becoming bearish. You know what I mean? We
Yes.
have like the
Yes.
majority of the market is meme coins. When you step away from CT, you see that no one cares about meme coins except for people on CT. It's very interesting. Very uh very interesting way of looking at the market. Right now I'm looking at altcoins, altcoins, and maybe some NFTs. Well, because I don't know a lot of NFTs. So I'm not like a. I
Yeah.
came into the NFT game late, like when the NFTs were popping off and everybody was like having fun with the NFT communities. I was doing altcoins. I was in like the altcoin communities and stuff. The only NFT community that I got in was Vivi, with the collectibles, and I will be talking about the Vivi verse on the channel. So shout out to the Omi homies. I'm working on my Vivi verse room, and I'm actually thinking about just giving it to Stacy and letting her one route
Oh,
with her metaverse. Because you're new in the metaverse and you like the metaverse, I'm gonna take the
yes.
Vivi verse and talk to the community and see what's
But
going on.
I'm still figuring out the metaverse. I'm not gonna lie to you because the other day I was in it and I was like, how do you? I was looking at all the controls and it was saying like, I was figuring out how to talk. I was
Mhm.
figuring out like what you even do because there was like nobody in there, and I felt like I was like, do I have to reach a certain level or something like to see
Mhm.
people? You do?
No, no, no. It's
Oh,
just there's so many rooms. You just have to be in the right place. So
okay,
that's
yeah.
why the parties are better, because it's like people are like, hey, we're gonna be on this plot, and then everyone goes to that plot. If not, it's like everyone's kind of everywhere.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I was trying to figure out, I was like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I was so confused. But I did notice that most people were hanging around in like the crypto areas because there's like a crypto section in the
Mhm.
metaverse. And apparently, like you can play these crypto games and you can earn crypto playing these games, which is actually really
Definitely, yeah.
cool, guys. And this is what I'm talking about, where you can monetize in the metaverse. So definitely look into it because it's actually pretty interesting. And I feel like I'm playing a video game. And mind you, I'm not a video game girl at all. Like, I don't play video games. I actually hated video games growing up
Mhm.
because I just can't sit there for like hours on end. I don't know how people do it. I get tired and so bored so quickly. But with this, I find really interesting because I know what's going on behind of, it's not just a game. It's something where it's actually real world. You can actually make crypto and you can actually, meet people in the space and make business deals. You can sell land.
Right.
It's all kinds of stuff in there. So definitely, like, look into it. I go into a decentralized land right now, but I do know that there's apparently other metaverse worlds that I don't know of.
Yeah,
But
there's two. I was gonna bring up, here's Decentraland, which the token is actually looks pretty. I mean, the all time high of this token is like 375 or 512. Hold on, 585 is the
okay,
all time high of this
so it's
token.
not showing on the screen currently. If you are
Here we go. That all time high of this token is actually 585. It's not
nice.
not wouldn't be a bad buy, you know.
Yeah,
But also with the more stuff that's being developed when it comes to, like you said, playing the games and like earning mana token, you know, and then you can actually sell the mana token and use it for other things. Another one would be all right, hold on, this one. See, there's all these games on here. Could buy NFTs. For me, it was like the main thing that I did when I was in Decentraland was like I was buying NFTs. I would go around to the actual art galleries and see them on the wall and like try to cop some. I just thought that was super sick. And
yeah,
then Spatial is the other one that's more like individualized. So you have like creators will just create like a slot and then you can go in there. There's a lot of games on Spatial as well
oh,
with like various prizes and things like that.
interesting.
So and you know the partnerships that they have on Spatial is pretty crazy. They
Right.
don't have a token or they don't have anything like that yet. I think they probably don't want to drop a token, but you know, they might have some type of airdrop or something in the future. It might be cool to go over there and just play around a little bit and see if you know you might be eligible for something.
Yeah, and this is making me want to get VR glasses so that I could be in the world.
Oh yeah.
Because like I personally but this is how much of non of a gamer girl I am. Guys, I only have a laptop and I literally just bought a mouse not even like a couple days ago to even go into the metaverse. I can't with I understand why people have like a whole setup because it's impossible to like walk around and be on a laptop and try to go it's I can't. So I might need to get into some VR or just like get a whole setup. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, maybe I don't know. I can see it happening, you know, like a month or two from now, you full on Twitch streamer with the little bunny earrings and everything. Just
Oh my
I'm ready. Full on sure. I see it coming.
oh man.
It's
Guys, do you
happening
guys
right
want to
now.
see me? Do you guys want to see me in bunny ears and look like a cute like anime girl? Like, can you imagine? And all of a sudden I dye my hair pink and oh my god. It would
Oh
be the
my
whole nine
goodness.
yards. That'd be crazy.
Then you
I don't
drop
know if
the
I can ever
Twitch.
see myself doing that.
So yeah, I think metaverse is you know it's I don't know. I guess I'm trying to think. I'm trying to figure out like where are we headed. Like if we go from meme coins, um, people had a lot of fun with meme coins. People are goofy. People like you said before have dark humor. People like to laugh, and a lot of this market, you know, is very immature. You know, it's been 7 years since I've been here. It was like you know so, and I came in later. But you have like a bunch of like 19-year-olds, you know,
Right.
there's 16-year-olds in this market now. And so you're gonna have things like it's gonna be a when I got in, it was very serious payment processors and remittances and this and that. And as I got older, you see the younger people come in, and it's like gaming and gambling and random stupid shit on meme coins. You know, so I think that's a different way to look at this market now, where you kind of have like it's I always say that crypto is going to encompass every single industry, right?
Right.
Whether it be like that serious ass industry over there or then this just entertainment over here.
Right.
It's going to encompass all of it. We just got to look at um, what we want to do. Me personally, I got into here. I was like interested in like all the DeFi, all the making money stuff before even like all this fun. Like you know, people are getting paid for walking with the stepping token. You know,
Right.
which was like a crazy thing, and all these DePIN things that are going to be coming up too. Speaking on altcoins, like there's going to be stuff where wear the glasses and mine tokens, or you know, like with Steppen, you literally get NFT shoes and you walk around and your steps pay you in coins, and that token went
Wow.
crazy. Yeah, that token went crazy in the last market, and a lot of people made a ton of money
Wow.
from walking. You know,
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
it's
I do
just
want to check out if whenever we get the chance, I do want to check out that. You know, remember that NFT that I sent, the two NFTs that I sent you,
oh
the
yeah,
one
let's check them out. Let's see where they're at.
because I want to see because I think they already launched today, right?
Yeah, yeah. And what was crazy was I actually went on a space that night, and one of my guys who's a founder of a NFT project.
Oh,
He's actually been on the channel before called Pocket Cow. Shout out to that guy. Um, always he doesn't know this yet, but I always call him my favorite crypto millionaire. But he was talking about some of those coins yesterday. Like right when I was like, oh, I just heard about these. It's crazy. So it made me a little bit more bullish on these projects that that you got brought on the channel. So
right.
I didn't plan on playing them. Let me pull them up real quick.
Yeah, the guys. Yesterday we showed. Was it yesterday? Or 2 days ago? I don't remember. Uh,
Probably 2 days ago, sometime this week. I was
we showed a NFT project that was like of charts.
yeah. So here's the chart one. So charts it minted out, is sold out, which is good.
Oh wow. Okay.
You know, I think somebody was like, these aren't going to sell, but they sold out. Um, the floor price is point zero.
You want to go ahead and show it?
Yeah, shine.
There you go.
Apologies, my friends, but yeah. So here's the cheapest one. I guess it's the most basic one, but it's worth $27. How much were they? They were like, I don't know, like
I don't
it
remember
was
what they
like
started off
$20. It was
with.
only a little bit. I think it was like point zero 0.01 for one of them.
Okay.
Um,
So that's the highest one, 27
this is
bucks.
the cheapest one.
Oh, that's the cheapest one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the cheapest one. All the cheap ones, I don't. It looks like they haven't revealed yet. Looks like
Okay.
they haven't revealed
What's
yet.
the highest one? I want to know what the highest one is.
Okay, let me see.
But
First, I like to look at. Okay, so
right.
there's only two on the floor before you start going up pretty quick, and then if the highest one, usually I don't look at the highest one because people always put it for some crazy number. Like 123.88. If I scroll down, let me see, 10, 4, 3. Let me see. Okay, 1 ETH. You got a lot of people at 1 ETH. It looks like. Um, because usually people just number them like that to see. I look for like the average. What's the average? I
And
still think NFTs needs a better way to value themselves. What were you gonna say?
no, I was gonna say what is the what's the pricing in ETH in dollars for the highest one, so we know.
The highest one
Yes,
is 123 ETH. So you're looking at 260K
160K
for
guy.
that one. Yeah, but average price that guy is tripping. No one's ever gonna pay that. Average price. Yeah,
You never know.
I'm just saying. Well, you never know. People have done stupider things. That is true.
Yes, so you
But when I
never know.
look at the average seems to be at zero point 0.5, and I can scroll for a little bit, see some 0.5, 0.05. So if I was really gonna like advise somebody, which I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't. But if I was gonna tell somebody like, oh, where if somebody asks me like, where do you think the value of these are, I'm gonna go and say zero point zero 0.05.
Hmm.
The floor is thin. You know, three of them get sold, the floor is done. And at zero point zero 0.05, what's that? About $100? Yeah, $98. Which is still 5x. You know,
Yeah,
if you buy 10 of these, you're good.
right.
The price is going up right now. The offers are going up right now. So
Well, it
this
just
actually,
launched. It literally just launched, not even like 7 minutes ago.
oh, it launched 7 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Like
it launched
the
7 minutes ago. So the fact that there's already one for 200,000 ready,
actual.
it's pretty interesting.
I'm looking at. Let me see. Average price that people are paying is 0.05. Got some offers on them, but they haven't revealed yet. You know, so once they reveal, depending on how people feel about the reveal, that could actually go up pretty. It's going up fast. Somebody just swept the floor right now, and that's
Wow.
just what I was talking about. Like if the floor
I
gets swept, the price is going to go up quick.
I'm definitely gonna check this after the stream because it literally just launched, guys, not even 8 minutes ago, and it's already doing pretty good for 8 minutes. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like There is still money into NFTs. I don't care what anyone says, you can still make money into NFTs. I mentioned this the other day. I made 30 Soul from two unicorn NFTs not even like a month ago. So it is possible. It is possible.
Hmm. Okay, let's check the
Definitely.
other project. Let's see what this one is
I don't
doing.
know what the project is, because I know this one was going to do something, but I think the other project's a little bit older.
Yeah,
So
yeah. The other one is a little bit older. It hasn't minted out yet. This was the one. The characters. Where are we at? OpenSea 2.0. Come on now, bro. Where was the project I was looking at?
you were just at it.
That wasn't it, was it?
The
Was it?
character, yeah, it was it.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh no, it wasn't. It did some
Yeah.
weird thing. Okay, here it is. So these. Oh, this was the one that was minted for 24 bucks. It's not minted out yet. Of course, there's no floor price. I mean, the floor price is 0.1. The floor price is actually below mint price. If you want to buy it,
Yeah. I really like this project personally because I like that it's actual art and it's gorgeous. And with this project, the utility is you get the actual painting, guys. You get the physical painting when you buy the NFT, which to me, I'm ready to hang it up.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
definitely want it. I definitely want a nice, beautiful painting. I love art. I'm an art girl. That's how I started. That's like one of my passions. So this is why I'm so obsessed with NFTs, especially NFTs like this one that actually has some sense to it. It's beautiful artwork, and we buy art all the time. So I don't see the difference here, guys. And you get the actual physical painting.
yeah. This is pretty sick. They have but this was the one where they need to update their Twitter. For some reason, their Twitter got suspended. Could just be that it got suspended. I don't know. Who knows why they got suspended? But their website is good, and they have it on here where you could buy some of these collections. So very interesting.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I, I
Very
I
very.
just love art. I don't know about you guys. I just love art. I went to Art Basel like a year ago,
Mhm.
because I used to do management for different artists,
Yeah,
and I had an artist that he was in Art Basel, and like when I tell you some of the most incredible artwork I've ever seen in my life, they were all, of course, they all got sold out, and I'm talking about for millions of dollars,
yeah,
like big giant pieces, like millions of dollars. And I'm like, guys, there's still money in art. And like, if we can make more NFTs like this, I'm all in for it. Like, let's count me in. Even honestly, even the 3D artwork NFTs, kind of like what we saw last time, the Kong NFT.
oh yeah, the Supreme Kongs. Yeah,
Too, that because that's also art. You know how long it takes to make a 3D artwork like that? It takes
yeah.
forever,
It's
guys.
crazy for sure. Yeah,
So, and that's another reason why I love NFTs is because it takes a while. It's not something that you can just put together and launch. Like you have to have somebody who does art, somebody who puts them together, has the creativity, and then launch it and then create a community around it.
yeah, and yeah, NFTs are going to continue to be the thing. And the fidgetals, they're calling them fidgetals, whether it's fidgetal, RWA, NFT, same thing, right? It's going to be like a digital copy on the thing. Yosef said, "Wow, that's a good flip, 30 soul. Yeah, that's
Yes,
a goaded move right there."
right.
And then he said, "Okay, that's cool. You actually get the physical art. Yeah, fidgetals are going to be a huge thing. I think the team that's doing it crazy right now is Pudgies, the Pudgy Penguins.
Hmm.
They were able to come out with their little physical Pudgy little
Oh,
what is it?
yeah, that's cute. I have seen the little like characters, and don't they have like pillows and stuff too? Is
Yeah,
that?
pillows and stuff. I knew Pudgies was big when I just had somebody who has nothing to do with crypto just sending me little Pudgy Penguin gifts.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh, you like the Pudgy Penguin?" She was like, "What's that?" I was like, I was like, "Okay, they're
Yeah.
growing, they're doing something. That's cool."
Wait, didn't they have it as toys at McDonald's for the Happy Meals?
I don't know if they had it at McDonald's. Did they? I know they have it at Walmart.
I could have sworn they had it as toys as Happy Meals, like as little like pudgy penguins or something like that. I don't
I
know.
don't, I don't know, but I'll just say like Pudgy Penguins has done a great job of doing what every single like NFT project has said that they wanted to do. Most NFT projects are saying that they want to have the NFT collection and then they want to create IP around the collection, which IP generates money. Most of the collections have not successfully done that. Some of them have actually failed horribly. Like Bored Apes, people are wondering, how did you guys fail? Like people were paying freaking 5 million for one of your NFTs.
Yeah.
How did you guys actually like not get it done? What's the other ones like Azuka or the one that was working with Nike? There was one I can't think of the name right now. People in that community are gonna get pissed off at me. The Clonex people.
Mm,
They're
mm,
working with Nike. They're selling, these NFTs and these shoes, $20,000,
right.
$50,000 a pop. And then they say, "Oh, sorry guys, we're going out of business." Like, what do you mean you're going out of business? Pudgy Penguins was a collection that kind of got slept on, kept doing their thing, and now the new news for like they dropped the Pengu token, and now they're applying for ETF. They're doing everything right, So shout out to Pengu. Like if you don't hold any Pengu, I still have a little bit from my airdrop, and I only got a little bit for the airdrop because I got hacked, and the hacker got my airdrop, but the rest of it I just held on to it, and now they have an ETF coming, which is crazy. I
Wow.
got to say, it's very
That's
crazy.
crazy. That's
Yeah,
really wild,
yes,
honestly.
yeah.
But this goes to show you, like, the people who are really determined and they don't get comfortable, because what happens is a lot of projects, they get all this money, all this fame, and all this clout, and then it gets straight to their head, and they just stop trying. They stop trying to grow the brand that they have, and of course that's why it dies, and that's why they run out of business, quote unquote. But honestly, like, I that's the kind of people I want to work with, the people who keep going even after they made it. They keep making it
Yes.
better.
I was
They
gonna say that's probably more of the reason why these things fail,
Yes.
right? People end up getting way more money than they thought they were gonna get. Like, you're building something, you're hungry, I want to do this, and it's gonna make me rich. And then just for the idea, someone's like, "Here's $40 million,"
Right.
and then you're like, "I got a $500,000 salary, I'm chilling." The money's in my bank account, so I'll work on it tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Exactly. Never get comfortable, guys. There's always another mountain to climb. I always
Never get comfortable, especially in the bear market. Don't get comfortable right now. It's like, don't
ever.
ever get comfortable, but definitely don't get comfortable when you feel like there's nothing for you to do. Like a lot of
Right.
people feel like, oh, I just gotta wait right now and everything's going down. No, no, no. This is the time where you don't need to wait. This is the time
Right.
where you need to go and do other things.
Right.
Um, he said, a question: is it expensive to purchase land in the metaverse and build a store, school, or university? Um, Yes
Um,
and no, yes and no. I would say that. Because first you're asking purchasing land in the metaverse. You have to decide what metaverse you want to purchase land
right.
in. I actually know two of them. Decentraland is probably the most popular. It is the biggest one by market cap. And then there's like Crypto Voxels, which is another one that's same thing as Decentraland. It's just older. It's been around longer than Decentraland.
Mhm.
So you have more people who are there who are like real crypto enthusiasts. They believe more in decentralization. They believe in, kind of that original crypto ethos. So depending on where the land, it's just like real life. If the land's in the desert away from people, it'll probably be cheaper. If you get the land that's like right next to the McDonald's, it's probably going to be more, because that's how it's going to work for the metaverse, which is why it's so interesting. It's like cities really literally being built, and you
Yep.
can see like, yo, Walmart purchased this plot of land and they're going to give people 10% off to go on the metaverse and shop. And then I'm thinking, okay, cool. I'm going to buy the land around Walmart. So I
Yep.
put the Starbucks next to it and people can go in there and trade Starbucks points for headphones or whatever they want to do, like stuff like that. That's what the metaverse is really going to be used for. So and then when it comes to building a school or university or all that, that just has to do with if you know how to use it. I know it takes a little bit of expertise, but people have done it without knowing any background. But I think if you're going to really do it, knowing 3D design or doing like 3D design will definitely help and make it cool. And
Yes.
you're going to want to build something dope anyways. You're not going to want to just put up a bunch of squares. Like you can already see the graphics are not PS5, right?
Right.
So you got to use other things to make it more engaging.
Right. But at some point, the graphics will be a little bit too realistic, and we're gonna, especially when we
Oh,
have.
at some point it's gonna, yeah, the VR. At some
Oh,
point it's gonna be. Have you seen Black Mirror?
yes,
Black Mirror, where they like put the thing on their head and just zap into it.
yes.
At some point,
That episode is a little weird.
that episode is crazy. That episode, I had to take a break from Black Mirror for a while. I was like, hey, yo, Black Mirror is one of those shows that you like watch a couple episodes, you're like, all right, I need a break, man. I'm gonna put on something
Yeah,
funny.
we come to find out some men like other men in that
Yeah, no,
episode.
that episode crazy. I was like, hold on, the ending kind of still. I'm still like, I don't get the ending to this day because ain't no way, boy, ain't no way.
Oh my god.
Or there's another a new one, three what is it? Three body problem where they have a VR that puts them in like a different world or whatever. But check those out. Check those out.
Yeah, yeah,
He said,
definitely.
yeah, that was the last episode I watched. Oh, that episode
Oh
was crazy.
gosh. No, it was definitely crazy, but I definitely think that that's how it's going to be. I definitely do think that. And honestly, like, I don't mind it. I want it to happen.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Because I think it's really cool. I'm not going to lie, but it's got to be used in the right way, you know? It's got to
Mhm.
be used in the way of like, to the point where we utilize it to make our life better and not to make it weird, kind of like the show.
Yeah,
But the show definitely has some depth to it because it can get weird and it will get weird in other
yeah.
ways. At the end of the day, we're all human and we have weird people in this world, and it's gonna get weird at some point.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that's what Black Mirror does so good is they say, hey, look, if we did have this technology, how would some people react or whatever? Simeon says, I hope I said your name right. He says, I love that episode. Yeah, it's an episode that like I'm talking shit, but like it's a good episode because like I've saw it 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and I still talk about it to this day, and that's good entertainment. That's good entertainment. It had me like, hey man, none of my boys better not ever try to be playing video games like that.
Right, right.
Just like you
Let's catch you playing some game. I'm gonna be like, what are you doing, sir?
said. Hey, you're like you go in the metaverse and your homie's always playing as the female character. You're like, bro,
That's
what are you?
so I never
What are you
understood
doing?
that. Because I see a lot of guys all the time playing female characters, and I'm like, why are you playing a female character? I don't get it. Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel
pretty
like
sure. In normal video games, there's like different reasons or whatever, but
is it just because they're better? Is that what it is?
it could be, yeah, most of the time. Like with video games, they try to keep it realistic. The guys are more stronger, the girls are faster, different stuff like that.
Ah, gotcha,
So if
gotcha,
you want a faster person or something, yeah.
gotcha.
He said, I believe it's going to be like the Ready Player One movie. Honestly, it's very interesting to think about it like that because we literally talking about people like using uh, the metaverse to actually make money. I think when people start really making real money in metaverse, like when I can put my like imagine I'm a 17-year-old person just graduated high school and I put on some VR glasses and I'm like a freaking cashier in the metaverse Target. you
Yep.
know or I'm gonna be like a virtual whatever, right? They have virtual like we
The
talked about
strippers,
earlier.
the strippers.
Yeah, the virtual strippers, virtual real estate agents, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Imagine you're like a virtual stripper. I'm like, yo, I can never be a stripper in real life. But the
God.
virtual strippers making the same amount of money as real strippers. I'm
Oh, probably more, quite
Yeah, bro,
honestly.
probably more because it's novelty, right? People are paying for the fun, people are paying for the entertainment. People love like novelty to it. So um yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. But like with that being said, it's like when people are able to have like this wealth or this clout in the metaverse, then you will absolutely see like real life issues and good things, not only issues, but like good things too. Like I'm sure there's some people who meet in the metaverse and get married in real life, and or you meet in the metaverse and have friends in real life. That
Wild
stuff's
to
gonna
me.
happen.
That's so
What? What
wild.
do you mean? It already happens. Like you didn't hear about the Fortnite
No,
couple.
I know, but it's just so crazy. me to think that, like, I mean, it's not as crazy, but it's still crazy because obviously, like, even, even us, we meet online and, we become great business partners and all this stuff. Like,
Right, right.
it's just so crazy to think about that, like, in today's world, that's how we meet people, and we meet them online, or we meet them through a game, like on the metaverse. Like, that's just and then,
You're
like,
like,
next thing you know, you're my husband and we're living in the same house together. Like, that's so, like,
yeah.
mind-blowing
You're
to
like, yeah, it is crazy. It is pretty crazy.
me.
Let's see. You said Upload TV show is good too. I never heard of that. Upload.
Oh,
It's
I think I've heard that before. It's definitely like the same thing. It's like about, living in like a metaverse world and things like that. I've definitely heard of it.
mm. Well, I do think it's interesting. Like on the little Ready Player One thing is that there's like I forgot who it is. I think it's Decentraland and a couple of other companies, metaverse companies, have came and said we're going to try to make Ready Player One like real. It's
Mm,
like I think they're like the Ready Player One Alliance or something. I'm making that up, but they are Ready Player One Alliance or something like
right,
that. Or they're trying to build a game like in the real world or whatever.
right.
They went into the metaverse to earn credits and money. Yes, it's
Yeah,
very similar to what we do now. You're just going to give it a physical place. We come on the internet. We make magic internet money. That's what they called Bitcoin in the beginning, was magic internet money. And now we're here talking about the difference between Bitcoin, meme coins, altcoins, and like it's gonna keep going in that direction or whatever.
right,
So it's
right.
pretty interesting. Um, I got a coin for you guys. I want to talk to you guys about before we get out of here because I saw something on my timeline that was pretty interesting, and I wanted to just bring it to your guys' attention because it was something I didn't know. I said, "Oh yeah, 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 yeah." The people who make it to the end of the stream are gonna get a gem today, so that's what we're gonna do. But
All right.
this right here, you got this guy Louie Lou. He says, I built Kyber Network in 2017 when DeFi wasn't even a term. Now Kyber Network is doing 100 million DEX volume. He said, I built Wrap BTC in 2018 when there was no BTC liquidity and there needed to be liquidity for Bitcoin in DeFi. Now Wrap Bitcoin is at 10 billion fully diluted. It says, I don't build for trends. I don't build things that pump in one cycle and die. So exactly what we're looking for. Exactly the whole point of this thing. He said, I built OptimX XYZ because we need native DeFi on Bitcoin. Most Bitcoin activity happens on centralized platforms. We need to fix that. It's also about Bitcoin's long-term security. Fewer Bitcoin transactions means lower security budget for miners to secure the network. We either build now or we regret it later. This guy is an OG. He's a G in this space. He built some of the top platforms that we use. You see, like Kyber Network, people don't really talk about it as much anymore. But like the reason why you have something that works as good as Phantom and things like that is because Kyber did it first. And then you have, Big Rock Bitcoin. We already know what that is. So Optimix, and I was like, what is that? So I
Right.
went and looked at his token, enabling Bitcoin, enabling DeFi on Bitcoin natively. And so this is my alpha for today. You guys come over here and check out this Alchemex platform. And Bitcoin DeFi is going to be the biggest thing in crypto. Let me repeat that in. It's going to be the biggest thing in crypto. And the only reason why, like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna care about it as much. Stacy probably won't care about it as much, and you probably won't care about it as much. BlackRock, Bank of America, Chase, those guys are going to care about it, right? NASDAQ, those people who are moving $100 million or 5 Bitcoin, 10 Bitcoin, 20 Bitcoin at a time are going to be the ones who really benefit and care about Bitcoin DeFi. So, with that being said, you might want to get into this before they come in there. So, when they get there, they can pump your bags. And so, yeah, do some research on that. Come back to tomorrow's stream. Let me know what you find. Ask me questions, and we'll talk all about it. My guy, blockchain gang says meme coins died because the incels put their faith in lifelong scammers like Trump and Melania and got their first in, first out moment. Hey, meme coins were gonna die anyway, so that's what I say. That's what I say. But I will say, yeah, after Trump, Trump and Melania coin actually extracted in total probably $40 billion from the meme coin market. And people in the meme coin market were saying, oh, no money's being made. That money's just switching hands, right? One day you were up, the next day you were down, your friend was up, and then when your friend was down, you were up. And then Trump and Melania came in and said, give us that money. Take, and that's what
Yep.
they did. So
Yep.
there was a lot of money extracted out of the market, and we're seeing that now. Like meme coins haven't recovered. Like real liquidity was actually extracted during those things. You can get as political as you want, but that's just the way it is. And then he said, Optimex, does it have a token yet? You know what? I'm not sure if the token is actually released. Remember, I said I just saw this morning and said, oh yeah, oh yeah. But I know it's definitely coming.
Yeah, it definitely looks like something to look forward to. So guys, do your research. We have the X account right here. Check it out. Make sure you look at everything that they have put on there, their sites, their tweets, whatever it is that it's going to make you feel like this is bullish. At the end of the day, obviously, I trust Jay whenever he shows something. So I'm definitely, obviously, also going to check this out, and everybody should as well. But guys, this is the end of our stream.
Yeah,
Oh
it's the end. Oh, real quick, I just want to say to this guy, even if it doesn't have a token, I'm bullish on it, not for the token. I'm bullish for the native DeFi.
my, right.
Right. I'm bullish to get into this platform and use it. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to make sure you guys know that. But yes, we're coming toward the end of our stream. You guys got a couple minutes to shout whatever you want in the comment box. I'm gonna just sit here and look pretty and
Oh,
let you guys do what you do for 2 minutes. But yeah, as a matter of fact, are we gonna wait? Yeah, let's wait a little bit. Let's give people a
we're
chance
waiting. We're waiting.
ask
Okay.
some questions and
Okay.
stuff. But I will say, go ahead and check out our links in the description. We have a free Telegram for you guys. Remember, I said it won't be free forever. Once I start getting once it's a little bit too much to manage, I'll be honest with you guys. Once it's a little bit too much to manage, then I'll start charging people. Because at that point, then I will need to pay somebody to add me in the group. Right now, it is free. It is good. Don't bring your scammer self in there. Go back to meme coins. Um, and I also do have a meme coin group. It's funny, but meme coins were cooking a little bit ago. So if you want to check that out, that's also available. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and what's that? What's that? I keep hearing beeps. Is that you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, it's not me.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. It's coming from
No,
nowhere.
please.
But
I have,
anyways,
I have
thank
a
you guys.
million people texting me. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Thank you
god.
guys for tuning into the stream today. You guys remember to always stay positive and positive things will happen. RIP to my brother Crypto Roots. And remember, never finish negative statements about currency. Till next time, peace. And hold on. We got another comment. I'm gonna answer it. Do y'all use Flare ecosystem or I don't. Anyways, peace out, you guys. Y'all have a good day.